everybody, welcome back to part 2 of my luxury high-end makeup bag bundle. No, it's not, it's a collection. So in part 1 we did base products, we done blush, bronzer, highlight, and I done the couple of face palettes that I've got. So this part is going to be eye makeup and lip products. So we're going to start with eye makeup, and first off I'm going to start with crayons, like eye pencil crayons. First off, we've got this one, and it's the By Terry Ombre Black Star, and this one is in Frozen Quartz. I love this. It's so easy to just apply, blend, and you're done. I love this. You can have it really sheer, or you can build it up for a really nice solid colour on the eye. So I love this. It's one of my favourite eyeshadow products to use when I'm being lazy or whether I'm in a hurry. This one, I've put it in because it's Oriflame, and Oriflame's a bit more expensive. I don't know if you get that anywhere else apart from the UK, I'm not very sure. But this is actually a double-ended eye pencil and lip pencil. I do use it, but not very often. And I use this as a liner. It is a shadow slash liner stick, but I use it mainly as a liner. When I bought it, it said that you could use it as an eyeshadow, but I don't think it's got enough softness for an eyeshadow. I think with the other ones that I've got, there's a nice creaminess, softness to them, but this is a bit harder, which is better for an eyeliner. So that is that one. Again, this is not strictly high-end, it's Avon, but it's Lisa Armstrong collection. Dazzle Stick Eye Pencil in Crystal Quartz. This one, again, this is not a twist up, you have to sharpen this, but this is plastic, so I'm not sure about that. But again, it's great for rubbing on and just getting a wash of colour all over the eye. And once it sets, it sets, they don't go anywhere. Which brings me swiftly on to these ones. These are my favourite eye pencils, and it's the Laura Mercier Caviar Sticks. I did mention these in my last makeup video. So we've got this one in Amethyst. This is probably the one I use most often. It's another great one for just rubbing on, blending, and you're done. That's all you need on the eye. So that, out of the three of them, is my favourite one. Got this one, which is Aubergine, which is the one that I tend to use with Amethyst. This is a matte one. The Amethyst one's a shimmer. This is a matte one, which I like to put at like the end and just blend in, so it gives you a bit of definition on the edge of the eye. And I do that if I'm looking for an actual eye look rather than just a wash of colour. So that is Aubergine. And the other one I use on the corner, it's another matte one, and this one's called Ganache, and it's a gorgeous, lush chocolate brown. It's so deep and rich. And again, you could use this as just an all over eye pencil. I have done in the past, but this is also one that I like to put at the corners. But these are the same. Once they set down, they don't go anywhere. You actually have to clean them off. It's not like the wipe. You don't go like that and you wipe them off your eye. That doesn't happen. So that's the pencils slash caviar sticks. Then I need to clean this hand again. Yeah, they're a wee bit harder to come off because they've started to set. I never thought this through properly. But no matter. Right, what will we start with? We'll start with this one because I don't use this one at all. Very, very rarely. This is a Clarins one, and it's Colourful Horizons Eye Colour Palette. And I've had this for years. I'm sure it was a limited edition, but I could be wrong. But I haven't seen it for a long, long time. And there's some gorgeous colours in here. This one I've actually used as a highlight before. This peachy coloured one. I have used that as a highlight, but they're older now. And they're kind of dry the formula isn't as nice as what it once was. So yeah, I keep this one because I just think it's so pretty, and I don't know why I keep it, because I'm no one for keeping things that I don't use. But this one, I just can't seem to de-stash it. It's lovely, but as I say, I rarely use it. But that's the Clarins one. Let me give this a wee wipe. Next up, this is another cream product. It's the Chanel Illusion d'Ombre, and this one is an Initiation, and it's quite a strange formula. It can be really glittery, but it doesn't have to be. I tend to smoosh it into the pot. As you can see, it's been well smooshed, and I do that with it, and I've added actually a wee bit of oil to it because it was starting to dry out, so I've added a wee bit of oil to it, which is taking the glitteriness down again. But this is another one that I like to just rub on and smooth out for a single shadow look, and it's great because it's just so little hassle. You can put it on with your finger, you don't need a brush with it, and that's one of the things I like about this. And the caviar sticks, you don't need a brush, you've got your tools right here. This is probably one of my most used ones, and it's another travel one. This was a freebie purchase, it wasn't a mini that I bought. It is number 647 in Undress, and the colours in here are brilliant everyday colours, and if I could get this in the full size palette I would. I've got one similar in a full size palette which I'll show you next, but yeah, this is the one that I use pretty much on a daily basis. It just serves the purposes that I need for a light eye look, but with a wee something. That's that one. Oops, I've just pulled the top cover off of that. How did I manage that? No, it's not that one, it's this one. So this is number 634 Golden Flower. So this is similar to the other one, but this has got, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, this has got slightly more glitter in it, and this is almost pure glitter in the middle. I rarely use that, it's more like a topper kind of thing. But these ones I do use on a fairly regular basis, as you can tell from the state of them. Again, I haven't cleaned any of this makeup, I'm just literally taking it out of my storage and showing you as is. I've actually ended up with two of these palettes, I've no idea how, so one of them is for sale. If it's something that interests you, please get in touch and we will get that organised. It's untouched and it's brand new. This is real makeup that I use often. The next Dior one I have is number 724 Ballet Rose. I love this one, it is so pretty. Let me just get the cover off it. So these ones, they're not so much glittery, they're satin shadows, and they are absolutely beautiful to work with. They're just so nice. And the colours, they are pigmented, but they're not so pigmented that you can't work with them and blend them. And they're just perfect. And I like this for, not so much a night out. I don't think it's got enough hip for a night out, if that makes sense. But I like it for, say, we're going to lunch or something. We're going for a bar lunch, or we're going for a daytime party or something like that. I like wearing that. But other than that, those two big Dior ones don't get a lot of use. There's one here that gets minimal use, but I do use it. I like the colours in it. That's why I keep it, because I do use it. And it's the YSL palette. 4 Colour Harmony for Eyes. And it's this one. And believe it or not, I really have used this, but you can't see it all that much. But there's the colours, and there is glitter in a couple of them, but not so much that it bothers me. This brown one has got the most glitter, and then it would be the white one after, but that's more for like an inner corner highlight or even brow bone. I don't think I would use it on the brow bone, but I do get use out of this palette, but it's probably one of my rarer ones that I pick up. Just that I don't know why, probably because it doesn't have actually any matte in it at all. There's literally no matte in this palette. So I like a matte because I'm older. I like to have a matte in my crease. So that's the YSL one. This one, this is the Stila Eyes Are the Window Mind palette, and this is all mattes. So this is where I go when I need a crease colour, or if I just want a simple matte look. You can make a really pretty matte look, but I tend to keep it simple with this palette. But they have had a lot of use. Obviously the really dark one, the really dark aubergine and the black, I don't use as much, but all these colours do get use. So that's the Stila one. Look at the colour of that. Oh. This is probably the one that I go to most. This is the Burberry one. It is gold number 25 complete eye palette. I never thought I should have got the leaflets out the boxes for all of these so I could explain to you what the colours were, but this is my favourite one for just throwing a colour on. I use these together or I use them separately with a matte in the crease, but I like all these because it's a sheen rather than a glitter. They're all satin. There's no mattes in this palette, but they're all really nice colours either on their own or used together. So I really do enjoy this palette. That is Burberry. And lastly for eyeshadow palettes, again this is Colourpop, and it's the Dream Street Kathleen Lights collab, and I love this. I've even used this one down here for nails. I've rubbed it on as a pigment, and this is a really interesting colour. Wait until I clean my fingers a wee bit and I'll show you. But this one down here is a duochrome. So, well, it's kind of a duochrome. When you put it on, it can be beige, but certain ways it hits the light, it's got a greeny, bluey tinge to it. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but it is absolutely lovely. So this has mattes and shimmers and satins. Like this one here is a satin, and it's gorgeous. This one, I think, is beautiful. That's another satin. This one's more the sparkly. I'm saying sparkly. It is, but it's not glitter. There's no straight up glitter shades, but they're just beautiful, and I love the Colourpop formula. It's smooth and it's like a creamy. When you first touch it with your finger, it feels like a cream formula, and it's not. And I know the Super Shop colours are all like that as well, but this is one of my favourite palettes to use if I'm feeling a wee bit more adventurous. I don't tend to go adventurous on my eyes because I'm not good at it. I just can't do it. But when I'm feeling a wee flash or a wee poppy colour, this is the one I go to. So that is all the eyeshadow. So I'm going to put all these away and clean myself up a wee bit, and I'll be right back with lip products. I forgot one because it was sitting over at the other end of my desk. Marc Jacobs. I love these shadows. This one is Glambition palette, and these are just, oh, the formula on these is absolutely beautiful. This is the one I don't really use. I've maybe used it a couple of times, but I don't really use that because it's too glittery for me. It would probably be nice for a night out, but I tend to use this one as a liner rather than anything else, and the rest of them I kind of just mix and match to suit myself. But if I'm having a night out, 9 times out of 10 it's this palette I'll go to, simply because I don't get any fallout. I'm one that does my face first and does my eyes after, and I don't get fallout with this palette. So when I'm putting like this coppery shade on, it looks like there would be fallout, or even the pink one, it looks like you would have a bit of fallout, but there isn't. So I didn't mind using that when I've got my face properly done. And once you've done your face, the worst thing you could do is drop shadow on it and have to clean it off in one particular spot, because you'd either have to start again from scratch or try and patch as best you could that one space, and that is just not fun for me. So right, we're definitely finished with eyeshadows this time. Okay, so I wasn't going to include these, but they're high end and they're in my collection, so I thought, why not? I've got a couple of eye pencils. This is Elizabeth Arden one in Java, and this is the one I tend to use most out my high end pencils, just because it's easy to smudge, and you can build it up if you need to, but when you smudge it, it still tends to stay. You've still got colour. So this is the one I tend to use the most. And I've also got a couple of Kevyn Aucoin ones, and this one is it Defining Green, and on the other end there's just a smudger. But as I say, these ones sometimes, it's not doing it on my hand, but it does on the eye. When you smudge this, as I've said before in videos, I'm quite heavy-handed, so by the time I smudge this, the colour can kind of disappear. But when I smudge the Elizabeth Arden one, it doesn't go anywhere. So that's why I like that. And the other Kevyn Aucoin one, it's just the same, but it's Defining Brown. So, yeah, see when it tends to fade a lot, so that's it. And I have mascaras. This is a gorgeous mascara, the Marc Jacobs. I've mentioned before about getting travel sized or smaller sized mascaras. They last just as long as the full size products. They do last to 3 months. They do the same job. Sometimes, depending on the mascara, and I feel quite controversial saying this, but sometimes the miniature versions are better than the bigger versions. Now, I don't know why that is. I've no idea, because I'm assuming it's the same formula. But there's been a couple of occasions when I've had smaller mascaras and then went on to buy the full-size product, and it hasn't been the same, or at least it hasn't worked the same on my lashes. But these are the 3 high-end mascaras that I would keep repurchasing. I have done, this is my 3rd tube of Marc Jacobs, I think, over the years. This hasn't been in the last 6 months or something. My other favourite is the Monsieur Big by Lancome. This has to be, oh, did I even show you the brush on the Marc Jacobs? I don't think I did. I'm getting carried away with myself. It's kind of got a slight hourglass shape, and the only thing about that is getting into the inner corners, because when you're trying to get in here, it can be a bit of a squeeze. And the Monsieur Big, this is my favourite. I mean, that is absolutely chocker with natural bristles. There's just so many bristles. And you do get quite a lot of product on the wand, but I tend to scrape it off when I'm going to put it on. And because it's the wand's the same width all the way down, I don't seem to have the same struggle getting into the corner of my eye. And I think that's because I'm not worrying about angles or anything like that. I can just apply it. So yeah, that is a firm favourite, and I do have backups of this one. And this is my newest love, and it's the Pillow Talk Push-Up Lashes from Charlotte Tilbury. Packaging is absolutely stunning, but packaging doesn't make a mascara. But this one, there's only bristles on 2 sides of the wand. The other 2 sides are flat, and that's where your product is covered in. So when you're twisting it round to coat your lashes, you're only actually getting product for the flat part, and then it's combing through with the bristles. And I really like this. This is the mascara I've got on today. I'll try and zoom in and let you see if I can. But this is my new love, and it's expensive. I mean, but so are the other 2. This I think is £24, I think it is. So it really is a splurge product, but this one I would say is definitely worth it, in my opinion. Okay, we're definitely going to move on to lips now. I'm going to start off with this Dior one, I love the packaging because it doesn't fit into my, do you know, my wee square lipstick holders. And this one, I love this colour. Oops, I haven't cleaned my hand from the eyeshadows. I'm not going to swatch every colour of lipstick, don't worry about that. I'm not doing that. If there's any in particular that I don't swatch for you that you would like to see swatched, let me know and I'll do maybe a short on that for just half a dozen lipsticks or something. But this one, it is one of my favourite lipsticks. It's called Scarlet Siren. I've got lenses in and they're not so great for seeing close up. They're great for distance when I'm driving and such like, but they're not so great for close up. So that's that. And the other thing that's not actually in my lipstick holders is this pack of Clinique lip glosses. Now, I'm not usually a big fan of lip gloss, but these ones, I like the formula. I don't find them too goopy. There is a goop to them, of course there is, it's a lip gloss, but I don't find them too goopy. So I find them tolerable. And the colours are lovely. And most of them do actually show up, obviously. This one here is there colours on them? I cannot see that. There's no way I can make that out on the back. I think this is probably Sweet Tooth. Yeah, this is Sweet Tooth. And I don't think there's a great deal of colour on the lips, but there's a golden sheen. So it's quite nice over loads of different colours. Happy is number 27. That's this one. And it's a peachy kind of colour, but again, it's not opaque, not by any means, but when you put it on the lip, there is a colour. There's definitely a colour payoff, but I just think it's so pretty. What one's next? Cupid's Bow 33 is the red one. Love at First Sight, I'm assuming, is this pink one, 24. Yep, that is Love at First Sight, and that has got glitter through it. It's got a sparkle, but it's lovely. And the last one is Purple Crush. This is one I like wearing on top of a nude lip liner, because I don't, underneath my lipsticks, I don't have a lot of pigment in my lips. Over the years, my lip colour's really faded, and so has my lip line, to the point where it looks like if I don't have any product on my lips, and I'm sure you've noticed it in videos before, if I don't have product put properly on my lips, it looks like my lips are all squint. But it's because the colour in the lip line has faded so bad over the years that I just don't have pigment in some of my lips anymore. So this one I like to put on over a nude lip liner, and it just gives me a nice natural pink lip, and that's what I'm kind of aiming for when I'm wearing that. I'm not looking for heavy colour or anything like that, just to make it look like my lips but better, basically, because my own suck. Okay, so let's move on to my miniature lipsticks. These were all gifts with purchase, every one of them. I didn't buy any of these. So I've got the 3 Clinique ones, which are the pop colours. I've got Cherry Pop, Nude Pop and Sweet Pop. These aren't ones that I wear very much. This one probably more than the others, because it's got the pigment, and I do like that. But the other 2, they're not my favourite. The pink looks awful on me. For some reason it just doesn't look nice on my lips at all. And the nude one, I just don't like it. Not on its own. But again, if I want a colour that isn't screaming in your face, I'll put on maybe a deep red lip liner, not like a cherry red, but maybe a burgundy or a deep berry lip liner, and I'll put the nude over the top of it. And again, it gives me that kind of pinky effect that I'm going for. We have a Givenchy one, which is Rose Aristocrat. Again, I've worn that when it was kind of the thing to wear, the nudes, but I don't wear that without a lip liner colour underneath now. Makeup Forever, another red. There is a trend for red lipsticks. My favourite lipstick is red. There used to be a time where the only time I didn't wear red was at work. I love red lipstick. Absolutely love it. So that's the Makeup Forever one. This is Kat Von D. I do wear this one on its own. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but this has got a slight shimmer in it. But it's an absolutely beautiful colour. I would say it was a nude. But when it goes on my lips, it is a deepish colour because I don't have any colour to kind of neutralise this colour. So when it goes on my lips, it looks kind of nude. This one, I think this is another red. Oh no, this is the natural one. This is one, I'm trying to get it in a full size and I cannot find it in a full size. I love that. It's like my perfect everyday lip colour. So I save that as much as I can. It's the number's faded. Yeah, the number's faded. That's why I can't just Google it, because I can't make out the number. But I do have another Lancome Mini. In fact, I think the red one came in a set with mascara, one of the wee mini mascaras, and a eyeliner, the black eyeliner. That's actually another really good Lancome product, is the kohl eyeliners. They last a really long time on my inside rim. Do you know, if I'm going for like rocky type look, that lasts a long time. And this one, the Guerlain, beautiful case. I mean, the packaging is stunning. And yet another red, and this one has been well used. This may have been free with the bronzer actually. I can't remember, but I absolutely love it. So that is my collection of miniatures. So let me get this over. So this is my holder for my high-end lip product. There's one missing because my Chanel red lipstick is actually in my handbag. So I don't have that here to show you. But let's start with the lip liners, because I've got a couple of high-end ones here. This one is Lord & Berry. This is a great liner for the nudes. That's maybe one that I would put on and then put the Clinique Nude over the top of it, and it gives me a lovely pinky colour. Surprise, surprise. 4 out of the other 5 are reds. Lipstick Queen model. I don't know why the Model's Own ones are in there. They're not high end. The Lipstick Queen one is a great formula. And this one that's nearly done. Hold on till I put these away. The one that's nearly done is actually from Marks and Spencer's. I think it was about £12. I mean, it's not that outrageous. It's about £12. But this goes with almost any red lipstick I want to wear. I can pair it with this, and I know that it's not going to look like, I'm saying I don't have a mirror, I've got loads of sun, but when I put it on with that, I could put that round the edge and you wouldn't notice the difference. I could put it on with the Guerlain one, I could put it on with my Chanel one, and it just blends so nicely. The only red lipstick that does not blend with is my Lisa Eldridge one. This one is MAC and it's Whirl. Love this shade. Absolutely love this shade. It's so nude, and I can wear that on its own with a clear gloss over it, and I'm quite happy. Right, let me see. This one. This is one of the Colourpop Lippie Sticks. Again, I'm including Colourpop because it does work out quite expensive for me to get it. And again, it's another kind of deep nudie colour. This one is Daydream, and it's a matte one. I don't wear a lot of matte lipsticks anymore unless it's these, which is the, I have no idea, it's the Maybelline Superstay Inks. But the other red matte one that I wear quite a lot that isn't the Superstay Inks is the Fenty Beauty one, and this is, and I have no idea, I can't see that. I don't know what shade this is, but it's red. I can tell you that much, it's red. And that is beautiful. It's a beautiful formula. the shape of the bullet makes it really easy to touch up when you're out. You don't need to carry a lip liner for that. And a lot of reds I wouldn't trust without a lip liner, but that one I would. Right, so that's pencils and cream. Let's get glosses out of the way. This is Smith & Colt. For a lip gloss, this was expensive. I think this was about £18 for this. But I do like it. Again, it's not a goopy formula that makes you feel sick as soon as it touches inside your mouth, as it inevitably will. And this is the number 7 High Shine Lip Gloss. This one I've included, I wouldn't say number 7's particular luxury or high end, but it's at the higher end high street prices, so I've included it because it's one of the few lip glosses that I do use. And I actually had it over a red the last time, so yeah. But this is another one that gives off like a gold sheen, so I like that one very, very much. Liquid lipsticks. We've got the Anastasia Beverly Hills one in Bittersweet, which is, I really couldn't tell you the last time I wore that. It's a brown, like a proper brown liquid lipstick, and it's really not my thing anymore. We've got Ofra in Havana Nights, which again was a collab with Kathleen Lights. And this is stunning. It's a beautiful formula, beautiful colour, and I love it. But I keep that for kind of autumn time, just because you can wear it in winter. There's no rules. You can wear it any time you want. But I tend to keep that one for autumn time because I just think it's the cosy nights, it's the hot chocolate, it's the woolies and jumpers, and yeah, I keep it for them. Other favourite, after the Maybelline ones, my favourite liquid lipsticks are the Balm ones, the Meet Matte Hues. And I have got Charming and Devoted. And these are absolutely beautiful. They've got a chocolate and mint taste, and they're just absolutely lovely. Oh, shouldn't have scraped so much off there. That, it looks quite deep, but again, once I get it on my lip, it just looks like a nice rosy nude, and the red is an absolutely stunning red. And the last, I wouldn't be as confident going out without taking these with me if I was going the night out or for a meal, whereas if I was wearing the Maybelline one like I am today, I mean, I've drunk coffee today, I've eaten, I'm also a smoker, and there's no sign of that going anywhere. It's still there. But with these, I would take them out with me if I was wearing these. I wouldn't take the chance of them lasting the whole time, even though they are really, really good. So the rest of these, I'm not going to swatch any because my hand's actually quite, I've been cleaning it with alcohol and cotton wool, so I'm not going to swatch anymore. But if there's any more that come up that you want to see in swatches, let me know and I will do a specific swatch short for you. So next ones, I've got 3 of the lip shakers by Lancome. These are great, especially this one. You really do have to shake them up so the pigment mixes with the oil. They're so nice to wear. And this, it's just a nude. It's literally just a My Lips but better kind of shade. And the red is matte. The other 2 are glossy, but the red one is matte. Obvs. And I am quite happy to wear that on a night out. But again, I would take it with me. I wouldn't trust it not to need to top up. And this one, this is called Mangoes Wild, and I love this. It's absolutely gorgeous when it's on the lips. It looks like a kind of deep pink, but it's not as pigmented as that. It's more sheer, and there's a more, not orange, but there's a more golden colour to it once it's on the lips. It's really strange. It's hard to explain. The next one's is the Gerard Cosmetics. I've got Vintage Rose, Rodeo Drive and Berry Smoothie. And these 3, I love, I wear them all. You'll notice a trend here. So here we have this one is Berry Smoothie, this one's Rodeo Drive, and this one is Vintage Rose. And they are great formulas as well. They're absolutely lovely on the lips. They are matte, but they're not a kind of matte that dries. There is a kind of moisturising formula to them, if that makes any sense at all. They're a really nice formula to wear. I don't find they dry my lips out. I've got a random number 7 lipstick here. It's called Excite. No, it's not. Entice. And again, this is just one that I shove on when I'm running out the door. I don't need a mirror for it. I can just shove it on and it looks great. Gives me a wee bit of shine, a wee bit of polish, but I don't have to worry about lip liners or anything like that. I can just put it on and leave it. This one, this is Lime Crime. The packaging is absolutely gorgeous. I love this. As you can see, that the writing's actually starting to come off because I've used it so much. But this one is called Lady. And it looks red, but it's not. I know I said I wasn't a Scottish anymore. But it's like it's a pink. But do you know the effect you get for NARS Orgasm Blusher? It's like the pink with a golden sheen through it. That's what this is like. But it's a deeper pink. But it's lovely. It smells nice. This one, this is my Lisa Eldridge one. I only have one at the moment. And this is Velvet Morning. And I love this. The whole concept of these lipsticks, she's put so much thought and detail into them. And I love them. I will try and get it close enough for you to see. But on the edge, they've been pressed in such a way that it actually looks like you're looking at velvet. I don't know if I'll be able to zoom in close enough for you to see the detail. If not, I will include a picture from her website, because obviously their photographer, they've managed to get the lighting and the angles and such like perfect. So there is pictures on her website. So if I remember and I can't capture it on my camera, I'll include a picture. Okay, my next one is Charlotte Tilbury, and it's In Love with Olivia. And I like this. I do like the colour and such like, but it wasn't what I was expecting. I think I was expecting a wee bit more corally, whereas this one it's a rosy nude. It's lovely, and the formula's, oh, it's lush. When you put it on, it really is just like a swipe of hydration, but in a satin lipstick. It's not matte, but it's definitely not glossy. It's lovely. Okay, Colourpop. Again, you know why I've included them. But Chantel actually got me these, as many of you know, she lives in America. And she had bought me these and I love them. And it's the Disney ones. And I've got Tiana and Snow White. So Tiana's the darker one. And it's gorgeous. It's like a deep, deep Bordeaux burgundy red. It's stunning. Absolutely stunning. And this one, the Snow White one, is a bit lighter, but it's still a burgundy red, but it's not as deep and lush as the Bordeaux one. So those are very prevalent in my autumn makeup. And last but not least is my Chanel lipsticks. As I say, the red one's in my handbag. I forgot to take it out. As I say, I use this stuff. I don't just let it sit. So this one is number 34, La Raffinée. And these are a beautiful formula. Again, they're matte, but they do have some moisture. They're not as moisturising as, say, the Jade Cosmetics or the Lisa Eldridge one or the Charlotte Tilbury, but they're not really drying either. I'm nearly down to the Chanel on this one. And I love these because I love a gimmick, I love packaging. And these ones, when you put them in, you press it and it pops out. I don't know why I find that so cool, but I do. This one is number 56, Rouge Charnel. Oh no, it's the red one that's here. It must be my pinky one that's in my handbag. Again, that's almost doing it the Chanel on the bullet. But these are all a gorgeous formula. And the other one I've got up here is number 39, La Somptueuse, which is, again, a lovely deep burgundy. But as I say, I know there are no rules, but I tend to keep that for autumn time just because it's so dark and luscious. And so that concludes my luxury makeup collection. What do you think? Is there anything in here that you've got, that you've tried, that you didn't like, that you do like, that you really love? Or have you got something in mind that you haven't seen today or in my last one that you think I should be trying? Let me know. And if I do get recommendations and I end up buying them, I'll do a video specific to YouTubers chose my makeup or something like that, because I would love to do that. So let me know what you think. Do you think high-end makeup's worth the money? Is it worth the splurge? I think there's no definitive answer to that. I think some of it is and some of it isn't, because you get great products in high street now. So maybe this isn't justified, but I enjoy it and it makes me happy. So why not? So thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope I've not looked away from the viewfinder too much, because I forget and I look at myself instead of looking at you. I'm not used to looking in the camera. So thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I will see you in the next one.